Hello, hi. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to see you. It's been a while. We're going to jump into that. Today's going to be just a chatty get ready with me. I do have some new makeup that I will recap my initial thoughts about at the end of this video. So if that sounds good to you, I hope you'll stick around, catch up with me, and let's just dive right in. Now, I don't foresee a lot of Frank Spice today, but you might get Frank Sniff. The loudest sniffer there ever was. So, hi everyone. I hope that you are doing well and you're gearing up for the holiday season, whatever you may be celebrating. I can't believe that time has flown to this point, but we're going to get into why as I do my makeup. I have already done skin prep with my usual, but I prepped my lips today with something very exciting, and it is the Big Mouth Sour Jumbo Lip Balm by Treat Beauty. These do not get enough hype. We're going to do another part of unhyped products or products that need more hype. It does smell like sour candy, and I'm into it. It's just kind of like your typical lip balm. There's not a lot of shine or anything, but it's huge. It's like a big glue stick, and these would be such cute Christmas gifts. All right. So regular base on, I'm going to go in with my trusty NARS. I thought I was getting really low on this, but it's been a few days since I've worn makeup, so it's allowed the product to level out, and I'm only down to here, which is so wild to me because I've used this foundation more than anything else really this year. I thought it was going to be Chantecaille, but this kind of like really hit the spot lately, and I think it's because I really only do like 2 half pumps, so like a full pump. But I guess lately have been really into more of a glam look, and this gives me that without breaking up on my skin, looking dry at the end of the day. All that stuff that you don't want from a foundation. And I'm going to go in with the Beautypie Flawless Foundation Stippling Brush. This is from their holiday collection. I've really been loving this too because you can achieve a light layer very easily with this. I wish and I hope that this is an indicator that stippling brushes will be on their way back, because if you are someone who struggles with kind of over applying, especially liquids and creams, stippling brushes will be your best friend. You don't even have to think about it. They just give you a nice light layer. I love it. So I don't know where to start. Let's start here. It's been probably 2.5 weeks since I've sat down to film, and I missed last week completely. I thought I was going to be able to get something up for you guys, and it's just been nuts. So, oh gosh, going in with Rose Ink Concealer. What had happened was I was cruising along. I had even kind of like gotten ahead and like backlogged, or I don't want to use the corporate speak. I had pre-filmed a couple of things, and I was like, perfect. This means that every week this month I'll have that third video, that bonus video go up. I'm going to use another Beautypie holiday brush. This is the Precision Concealer brush. I really like it, but it is quite small, so I only like it for these areas, and I'll probably go back in with my foundation brush for the larger areas. But then I got struck with a pretty bad cycle, and I had a migraine for an entire week. So for an entire week I was down and in pain and barely getting to my like work and house duties, and I'm being kind to myself in that. Like it was hard to get anything done other than work really. And then the next week took me a couple days to kind of recover from that, because when you're in pain for that long you have to give yourself a recovery period. And I was also like losing my mind out of boredom. I do not like being unproductive like that, and I was very unproductive for a week in pain. But we got through that, and then work just got so crazy, and I think part of it is everyone's trying to get ahead before everyone's out for holiday PTO and all of that fun stuff. So work has been extra busy, so trying to stay on top of that was my first priority. And then, of course, trying to catch back up in all of the housework and stuff when I'm down. And I just started feeling better, and then I had another migraine. It threw my sleep cycle off, so that's been nuts. But then what happened was yesterday, I was in a small car accident because of ice on the road. So anyone traveling this year for Christmas, please make sure you're checking the weather and you're being very careful. I'm very thankful that I was okay and everyone else involved was okay. But the amount of stress, I was very sore afterwards. Not yesterday. Today's Monday. That was Saturday night. Very sore yesterday and just kind of like depleted of energy because it was very, very stressful. And I ended up walking. I was only like very close to where my house is. So I ended up walking home because I didn't trust that my car would even make it back. It was just nuts. And I know that it wasn't just me and the other drivers involved. Again, thankfully everyone was okay. The damage is somewhat minimal. It's not, I mean, I'm probably going to have a new bumper, but in the grand scheme, it wasn't bad. But even as I was trying to drive that short distance home, I saw 4 more accidents happen, or like the remnants of one. So like where we were stopped in the road with our accident, literally 2 car lengths up ahead was a hit and run. And then I saw 3 more on the way home, including one car that just like ran off the road into the bank. It was so scary. I think because my husband and I were on the road probably 10 minutes before I went out again. And it was fine. Like it was snowing a little bit, but it was fine. And then it just must have frozen very quickly and no one had a chance to kind of like ice the roads or anything. It was disastrous. So everything keeps getting pushed back. And now I'm so behind on YouTube, on Christmas. Like I haven't wrapped any gifts. I haven't made any of our family's traditional Santa cookies, which I'll post a picture up here. I did make some with my mother-in-law and my cousin-in-law. And we love it. It's such a fun tradition, and they're very time intensive. So I'm going to try to make the dough tonight and then maybe bake them tomorrow and then do the decorating Wednesday. We'll see. But that's all just to tell you kind of where I've been. It's been really wonky lately. And I just went in with the Benefit Gimme Brow Volumizing. This is Gimme Brow Plus Volumizing Pencil. I'm working her down. You know, we're getting somewhere. It's like the pencil that keeps giving though. My husband's talking very loud and you can probably hear him. Next I have the Live Tinted Hue Brow. I'm so excited to try this. I know that this doesn't add any color, it's just a clear gel, but you'll see on one side the applicator is flat like that. Flat. And then you have the combs up top. Let me see if I can. There we go. Combs, flat. So you're supposed to apply the product with the flat side. And then I'm going to take that comb side and just fluff. Oh gosh, it leaves a little bit of clumping behind. But that comb seems to really get it out. And I went in like super duper thick. Am I a fluffy brow gal now? I wonder what it would look like if I just, like what if it's for people that want to use it as like just a hold in place? Yeah, I like that. Let me see. There's still product on this one, so I'm just going to wipe it on my brow. Do I even know how to film beauty content anymore? Please be kind with me. My husband is talking so loud. Can you hear that? Okay. Yeah. It's a nice brow gel. It's clear, so it will, if you go in really heavy like I did, you will get kind of clumps, but it's not super white. It's almost like clear clumps, but I'm so excited to see how that dries. I don't know if that brush is my favorite, but also I don't know that that's made for me. Like this feels like it'll definitely hold the brows up if you love the fluffy brow and you want to learn how to use a new comb. I sold that, didn't I? The next two things that I have new are everyone raves about these, and after I've been so pleased with other products from him, these are kind of the other two that I really want to try. It's the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in Light, and then the Transforming Skin Perfector in Light. So I'm very excited. We shall see. I am kind of hoping that this ends up being a more winter-friendly version of the Gucci bronzer, because I can wear that in the winter, but it is a very bronzed look. And when I see other people use these two products, it's more kind of like natural looking than the Gucci. The Gucci has its place in my collection, don't get me wrong. I love to be bronzed. But yeah, see, that's probably even more natural on me than the Merit. Ooh, I like that. And I could see, like, if you needed to put this all over to kind of even out your skin on a no makeup day with a fake tan. I'm too lazy to fake tan, but ooh, I really like this. My printer's yelling at me about something. Ooh, and that's very skin-like. The other thing I'm trying to accomplish today is very blurred skin, because I think we're going to do a best of blur video. Okay. And I use the Beautypie Flawless Finish Complexion Brush, this fun wedge one, also from the holiday collection. Really love that. And I don't think I mentioned it, but I used the House Labs powder to set while I was telling you the woes. I'm not telling you all of this as to be like, feel sorry for me. I'm just trying to let you know, like, there have been things going on in the background. That's why my upload schedule has been a little disconnected. There's almost 700 people here now, which, again, mind-blowing. I'm so thankful to have you here. I really have missed, uploading, editing, uploading, filming, talking to you in the comments. So I'm just so happy to be back. And I just realized I forgot a new item I have for lip prep that I like quite a lot. So let me go grab that real quick. In the same order that I picked up these Mario products, I picked up the new Fenty Skin Plush Puddin' Intensive Lip Mask, which the container is what got me. It's so cute. And I love airless pump products like this. I also just really don't like sticking my finger in a tub. So anything I can do to get around that, I will. So you just press down on the top. A little bit of product's going to come out. And it's kind of like a clear, there's a tiny bit of pinky beige to it, but it's pretty much clear on me. Oh, but it feels so good. I would say it's like a thicker, creamier version than the Laneige. There is like a sweet scent to it, but it's not overpowering at all. You have to really kind of like search for it. It honestly almost reminds me of the Auric. Maybe a slightly bit less stiff, like tiny bit, but they're very comparable. Even the color, if you have the bare shade of the Auric Plush Ritual Lip. Did I say that earlier? I can't believe I remembered that name. Also, we're in red today. So this is the Athleta Sleep Romper. I'll insert a picture in candy red. I am on a mission to own everything in this color because it's like the most flattering red for my skin tone. It's got like some dustiness to it, which is so nice. Like a little bit of a muted situation. You can kind of tell my headband's much brighter, but we're in a red vibes today. I've destroyed my cuticles from stress, but red vibes, and it's so comfy, and that's what we're going for. Tangent over. What do I want to do next? I don't know what I want to do with my eyes, because I did pick up, and I've had these for a while now, the Patty DeBroff kits from Beautypie. There's a red carpet kit, which is more of a brown eye red lip, and then there's a smoky kit, or maybe I got those backwards. Red carpet is the pink lip, and then the smoky kit is kind of like a black focused quad, which I have here. And then they come with a brush and mascara. We can go over them in more detail if you want. But this is the Smoky palette, which I will be using this for an upcoming video. It is a very exciting one. Maybe I'll tease it with a hint picture right here. And then this is the one I've actually been using the most, and this is in the red carpet kit. This is stunning. This shade is very, very similar to the Olivia Palermo shade that I wear as a one and done, but maybe a touch more brown. Khaki Reviews Beauty here on YouTube always talks about her bedroom eyes look, which is like a very kind of like smoky, flattering brown shade. I feel like this is my perfect shade of that. So I'm torn between this, dipping back into Mario, or another palette just came today, and I think that that's probably what we're gonna do. I ordered this, gosh, probably back in August, September. I knew it wasn't going to ship until November, so I'm not upset about that by any means. But this is the Glaminatrix Nearly Natural palette. This is what I was talking about in my Anastasia Beverly Hills, was it Rose? Yeah, Rose Metals. I think that this is going to kind of suffice for what was in that palette for me, and I'm so excited. Just look at those colors. Everything's kind of like muted and beautiful. I think that's what we're going to do today, and I'm very excited about it, so I'm going to get started. I don't know what kind of look I want to do today. I'm going to start with Barely There, which is the shade in the top right corner. Start building my crease, but yeah, I don't know where I left off. I remember saying that, like, in no way am I saying this to garner pity. I'm doing just fine. It's just been kind of chaotic. And I just got done with a ton of work. I am so excited to sit down and film and also put makeup on. I've not really been wearing a ton of makeup lately because of how hectic it's been. Because I have done a few fun things in between all of that chaos. So it's not like I'm absolutely miserable sitting here not being able to do anything. I went for my niece Kaylee's birthday. We did it at the American Girl doll store in Columbus. So much fun. I was so happy to be a part of that. And you could tell she had so much fun. So I'm going to go in with this raw shade. This looks very pretty. Actually, I want to swatch it first. Yeah, let's do that. She loved it. I loved it. I got to get dressed up, put makeup on, and meet them for lunch. And then we had cake with her doll at the little cafe. It was so cute. So much fun. So I have been doing fun things. But I was saying too, like, welcome to everyone who's new here. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm hoping that as I have off next week and the holidays kind of wind down, and I don't have the whole week off, but while I have a couple of extra days, I'm hoping to get some of these videos filmed that I have on my list. And I will let you know that my childhood design sketches, that is coming. I've wanted to be in the right mood to film that, but I'm at a point now where, like, we just got to do it. And also I am going to attempt to do my favorites of the year. I might do them slightly differently than a lot of other creators do them. I don't know yet, but my goal is to kind of sit down over the next couple days and really list out what those products would be. So let me know if you enjoy favorites videos, if you have a particular way that you like to see them. I'm going to go in with Naked Eye here, which is the lightest shade of the palette, and see what that is like. Oh, I think that might just be a topper. I think that's just a topper. So actually, well, make the same mistake on both sides. Symmetry and all that. But yeah, let me know what you do or don't like about yearly favorites, because I'm very curious. I love them personally because I feel like if done right, it'll let you know kind of like what did they use the most. Like, that's how I'm going to approach it. I think is like, I have favorites. I have things that I love, but what did I actually use the most this year? I think that that's going to be the most helpful because I can sit here and dote over a certain lipstick and say how beautiful it is, but did I actually reach for it? Because I think we all have things in our collection that we're like, I love this so much, but we always talk ourselves out of wearing it for whatever reason. If it's like not the right occasion or, you know, little things like that. So I do want to do it based on like, I used this the most this year. Frank is scratching his head and it's the cutest thing I've ever seen. All right, I'm going to go into Untouched, which is that mauve shade, and just see if I can add some of that to this outer. Add just a little bit of that color out here. And then I'm going to deepen up with, let's do Naturally, which is kind of the plummier of the two deep browns. I'm just going to follow my normal shape. It'll be so interesting to watch this back to see if I even know what I'm doing anymore. But let me know what you guys have been up to the last 2 weeks. Like, are you prepping for the holidays? Are you having chaos and stress? Because a lot of people that I talk to are like, yep, it's the time of year and it just feels kind of nuts and crazy. And I'm trying to think, all the years run together since the craziness of 2020 happened, but I'm trying to think if this is like our first full-on Christmas where, you know, my family's not super, where my family is not like nervous and adhering to guidelines. Not that we're not adhering to guidelines, but where, you know, I feel like they've said at your own risk, of course, but I think we're pretty much good to go on the family gatherings. So that's kind of crazy to think about. This is a really pretty palette. I just off of a first glance, I almost feel like it might be a little bit more like Nouveau than Rose Metals, but it's because I always gravitate towards those colors that are like the Nouveau palette, and this I think is kind of a mixture of both, especially with these greens and things. I just tapped a little bit of gold on top and I feel very pretty with that. So I'm very happy with that. The formula as well. I didn't get a ton of fallout, which is super nice. They're creamy, especially those glittery shades, and they do give really high impact, which, oh, so pretty. All right, what do I want to do? Do I want to do eyeliner, Frankie? We'll talk about him in a second. No, I think I'm just going to do mascara. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal. Frank, let's talk about him just for a quick second. He has started this new thing. I think because he's finally gotten to the point where like he's super comfortable with us. He's super comfortable with the house. He knows that this is his house. I mentioned that he's more protective of his house now. But one thing that comes with that is he's a straight up scavenger of all the things. And now, like before, he never bothered anything. Even if something fell on the ground, like he never bothered anything. Now, I feel like I'm constantly wrestling him to get something out of his mouth that he like somehow, I don't know how he gets a hold of this stuff. And he's also started ripping apart his toys so that he can try to eat the stuffing. That's a whole thing too. He didn't do that before. So we were just getting to the point where like, oh, we don't have to have eyes on him quite as intensely. No, we do. We got like a week reprieve. But we love him. He's the best little doggy. And he loves the snow. Let me know too if it's been snowing where you are. It's definitely been snowing here and Frank loves it. He's into it. Which is so funny because he hates rain. Loves the snow. See, just had to check. It's a bone. All good. Also, I think my eyelashes are growing back out, which leads me to believe it was definitely because I was using Pat-A-Day. Is that not crazy? Yeah, this eye look is so fun. I probably could have gone with maybe a brown, but I really like that so far. All right, for blush, I'm going to go into my tried and true condensate. It looks like I haven't used that much of this, which is bonkers to me But I think it's because I use my brush and not my finger. Hey, if this thing lasts forever, I'll be totally fine with that because I searched 4 years for this shade. And it's perfect with this palette. Just enough kind of that lavender gray dustiness to it. Oh yeah. I haven't felt this pretty in like over a week. Okay. The next one, we're probably going to have a learning curve. No, that's the bronzer that I used, or the skin enhancer. I want to use this Skin Perfector. This is the one that I think is going to have a learning curve. I've seen people go in kind of straight across and go straight across, or they swirl it. I'm going to swatch it swirled and just see what happens. Okay. You can barely see it, which is what I was going for. So that's swirled together. Also, which brush? I'm actually going to go in with a fan brush. I'm going to hit just the top part there with the lightest shade. Oh, that picked up a lot. And I'm going to just use that fan brush, which I never use a fan brush, but maybe. Okay. Probably be able to see better on this side. There's my skin without. I did this too because I don't really like a strong highlight, so okay, yeah. Just kind of blurs what I already have. I don't get a ton of glitter. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a fluffier brush now and I'm gonna kind of tap it all over. And I guess tap kind of like where my bronzer is. I don't know that I get the purpose of this product unless you're like setting that cream product, but my skin looks nice. Let me grab a close-up mirror here. I mean, in person, it is a very blurred satin finish with all of that on. I mean, okay. I like it. I like it. That's really nice. Okay. What else are we missing? Lips. I honestly kind of feel like leaving this on because I'm so dry everywhere. Anybody else, when you get like a headache or sick or you're having just a down day, just sometimes your skincare completely goes out the window? When I got back from my car accident, I think I got back around 11. First time in probably years that I did not wash my face before bed. Exactly. Shouldn't do that. And so if I start breaking out, that is why. But I feel like the stuff that I wear is not really bad because all I had on that day was the Live Tinted Hue Guard and the Chantecaille. I didn't even wear concealer, so that's probably a good thing. Anyway, I'm rambling. I hope this makes sense. I hope you enjoyed this. Let's go ahead and do a quick overview of the newer things that I mentioned. I'll have everything listed and linked potentially down below. The Treat Beauty Big Mouth Sour Lip Balm. This is incredible. It just smells like sweet candy. There's no like one fruit coming through, but it does have enough citric acid in it that like it makes your taste buds tingle. I love that. Then the other lip product I have is the Fenty Skin Plush Pudding. I love this. I think this is better than the Laneige. I'll pop the price up on the screen if I think it is worth the money. I got mine 20% off. But especially if you don't like dipping your fingers into something, I love the packaging. It's so perfect. It's also so cute and like to sit on your nightstand, pump it, put it on your lips and go. Very nourishing and sticks around much longer than the Laneige for me. Then we had the Live Tinted Hue Brow. This is definitely more for people who like that lifted laminated effect, but I will say it's not super crunchy, but it is stuck in place. Like it is held down very well. So I think that I actually do like this, and I will probably reach for this. I will probably do this first next time and test with a pencil over that. So I will keep everyone posted, and I'll keep testing these things. I've had this now for over a week and I've been using it, so I can stand by what I say about that. I've had this for 2 weeks. I can stand by what I say about this. So the lip products are a go for me. This, I want to keep testing, but first application, I like it. And I am so excited to see them continue to expand the line because I've really enjoyed a lot of their products. The next, I have the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer and Skin Perfector from Mario. This is beautiful and perfect. I obviously will keep using it and maybe mention wear time, but this is what I'm looking for in the winter. Gives me enough life to my face without looking like I tried to look bronze, if that makes sense. So I really like this. The color is perfect for me, which I'll swatch in the back of my hand. So we have the Skin Perfector down here and the Skin Enhancer up here. Enhancer is a little bit more warm and a little tiny bit deeper. The finish of the Enhancer is beautiful too. I really like that. The Transforming Skin Perfector, I don't know about this. The finish on my face is lovely, but whether that's this or the other products I use, I don't know. Jury's out on this. I'll keep you guys posted. I do have a learning curve. If you have a tip or a way that you love to wear this, let me know down below and I will test that out. The Beautypie brushes I talk about in the holiday video that I made, they're fabulous. I really like them, really enjoy those. And then the last, but certainly not least, the Nearly Natural Glaminatrix Cosmetics palette. We will do a whole video on this. This is not a cheap palette. The wait time's very long. But I do want to compare this to some of my other palettes. I think that there's going to be some overlap. Also, I want to play around with this quality because I'm so curious. This first application, I really like the look that I got. I feel very pretty. But if you're interested, let me know and we'll put it on my to-do list to make a video just focus on this palette. I do like the colors a lot though. And yeah. I think that's all the new stuff that I had today. I will be back very shortly with a Chasing Inspiration look that I clued you in on, and I'm very excited about that. So I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I hope that you're getting excited maybe for a small break with the holidays coming up, and you have plenty of fun things and yummy foods planned. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.